Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, I would like to present our article with title, Should We Rely on Natural Forests to Produce Timber? A preliminary study of Kelantan. Forest plantation is not a concept and a new practice for Kelantan. Kelantan was started the planting the forest since long time ago with a variety of type of species such as teak, havia, and excelsa. Although the number of forest plantation area in Peninsular Malaysia show slightly reduced, you can see slightly reduced from 2016 to 2018, Kelantan show an increasing trend over the year. The scenario reflected the demand for timber from the forest product industry. According to Kelantan Menteri Besar Datuk Ahmad Yaakob, forest revenue is the biggest contributor with a total of 172.96 million ringgit Malaysia or 29.12% of entire revenue in Kelantan in 2016. As shown in figure 2, the percentage share of productions of timber Kelantan to Peninsular Malaysia, you can see here, is about an average 23.4% along the year from 2010 to 2018. However, when we look at the sources of the raw material, Kelantan still harvests natural forests, although in a small portion. Based on table 2, Kelantan still harvests natural forests based on annual code approved for area license for harvesting from 2012 to 2018. Therefore, this article attempts to examine the economic impact of supply of timber from natural forests and forest plantation in Kelantan complies with scenario under sustainable forest management practices. Okay. We proceed to the methodology. We use this model, this model is based on expanded model developed by Muhammad Shah Wahid, and we develop the model, we expand the model, and we follow the Norada et al. 2018, which is the previous paper. Okay, we focus on the first part of the market forest plantation, which is we have a natural forest here, we have a plantation, both represent as a raw material, and we have a supply model, which is we have a wages and harvested area. We use a software name as a Stata 9.5, which is we use the data and from year of 2010 2017, and we use OLS method to run the models, to regress the model. Okay, this is our models. After we compute the coefficient based on regression, we impose 3 scenarios. Scenario first are reductions by 24% in harvested area in natural forests. Scenario 2, increase by 24% in forest plantations. Scenario 3, incorporate scenario 1 and scenario 2. Table 5 show OLS regression and diagnostic test. As we can see from the table 5, the coefficients represent the elasticity of respective production models. The coefficient for all variables show correct signs for each market commodity model and is consistent with the theory. So as we can see, the model free from the heteroscedasticity problems, recursion, and the model was stable. Okay, based on figure 4, the supply of timber for all forecasted lines show the decreasing line. Okay, we can see clearly based on the number represent for each line. See, from the table 6, average forecasted value of productions of timber in Kelantan, we can see incorporating all scenario which represent scenario 1 and scenario 2. Scenario is successful in overriding the baseline to produce the best forecasted line. It reveals that the role of forest plantation as a substitute to the natural forest to produce timber as raw material was an exceptional impression. The main finding was forest plantation is one of the options to reduce the dependency on the natural forest as the supply of raw material of the timber. So, back to our title, should we rely on natural forest to produce timber? Based on the finding, I would say a big no. The government of Kelantan need to reduce the annual crop of natural forest and increase the annual crop from forest plantation, since Kelantan was the highest plantation among other states in Peninsular. As conclusion, Kelantan should not rely on natural forest to produce timber and move to forest plantation as raw material to produce timber. The findings suggest that Kelantan need to reduce annual crop from natural forest and replace by increased annual crop from forest plantation. This action would be generate the economic growth in timber-based sector in line with sustainability. By that, thank you.